In a commanding performance on Saturday night, number 6 Notre Dame triumphed 49-14 over number 19 Army, ending the Black Knights' bid for an undefeated season. This victory, the Irish's 9th consecutive win, was highlighted by a dominant offensive display and a relentless defense that smothered Army's hopes. With the win, Notre Dame keeps its college football playoff, that is, CFP, aspirations alive, moving one step closer to securing a home playoff game. From the outset, it was clear Army was outmatched. Notre Dame surged to a 14-0 lead in the first quarter after a blocked punt set up an easy touchdown and a 6-yard TD pass from quarterback Riley Leonard to running back Jeremiah Love. Though Army managed to respond with a touchdown, cutting the deficit to 14-7, Notre Dame's explosive offense soon took over. Love, who was unstoppable on the ground, rushed for a stunning 130 yards and scored 3 touchdowns, including a 68-yard run on the first play of the second half that put the game out of reach at 35-7. The Fighting Irish's success wasn't limited to Love's efforts. Leonard, who has steadily improved since transferring from Duke, threw for 148 yards and 2 touchdowns, completing 10 of his 13 pass attempts. With the game well in hand, Notre Dame's defense stifled Army, forcing multiple turnovers on downs and limiting the Black Knights to a mere 3.6 yards per carry. This was a sharp contrast to Army's typical offensive success, as they had struggled to gain any momentum against the Irish's disciplined defense. Notre Dame's dominance was evident throughout the game. At halftime, the Irish had outgained Army 258-85, and they continued to roll in the second half, controlling both the line of scrimmage and the clock. By the time the third quarter ended, with a commanding 35-7 lead, head coach Marcus Freeman had already pulled Leonard in favor of backup quarterback Steve Angeli, giving him valuable game experience with the team comfortably ahead. This victory keeps Notre Dame's hopes of securing a home playoff game very much alive, especially after a weekend where several other playoff contenders stumbled. With teams like number 5 Indiana and number 9 Ole Miss suffering losses, Notre Dame's dominant performance has placed them in a prime position. A win next week against USC could solidify their place in the CFP and potentially give them a top 5 seed, depending on the results of other high-profile matchups. For Army, the loss is a significant setback. Their undefeated record has been shattered, and while they still have a shot at an AAC title and a possible berth in the CFP, the defeat leaves them with much to prove. They must turn their focus to the upcoming conference championship game against Tulane, hoping for a strong finish to their season. Overall, this was a defining victory for Notre Dame, reinforcing their playoff credentials and showcasing the team's depth and strength in all phases of the game. With their offense firing on all cylinders and their defense suffocating opponents, the Irish are a team to watch as the regular season comes to a close. Stay subscribed for more videos.